been a cop for 35 years. Well, then.
Whoa! Get out of here, man!
I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
I am not at all.
I can't feel my legs, dude. I'm sorry.
Give me some It's because I'm white.
Mississippi proves to have its fair share of recurrent power-tripping police officers, much like its name with its repeating letters. Just ask Mr. Alexander here.
Hello, sir. You got your driver's license insurance on you?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Sure, go ahead. Y'all doing all right today?
Yeah. Well, my insurance card's on my phone.
Sure, that's fine. Go ahead. Who's your insurance with?
Progressive.
Progressive? Okay. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I see that. All right, well, look, the reason I'm stopping here today, Mr. Alexander, is you're going a little fast. Window tint's a little too dark, okay? The speed limit's 45. I'm doing 45, and you came by me. All right? You're obviously faster than me, about 10 miles over to be in fact. So, also, your window tint's too dark. Where are you headed to today?
We've just started, and Officer Hollifield appears to be exploring numerous potential issues with Mr. Alexander. But is he genuinely uncovering valid violations, or is he merely exaggerating? Let's find out.
Everybody gets stopped every day, and this can be a little uncomforting for people. I get that. Okay. My concern is that you are about to suck all the oxygen out of the air right now because you're breathing so heavy. All right. You're so nervous. So why would you be extremely or overly nervous with me for a simple traffic stop?
I mean, because I was talking and I was busy, but I didn't know I was speeding.
Okay.
So I wasn't really sure why I was getting pulled over.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested before or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. You mind if I ask before? You can't get in trouble for telling me. I'm
I
just
can't
curious.
remember. I mean, I had DUI 20 years ago.
DUI 20 years?
Probably
okay.
about it.
Okay. All right. When's the last time you were arrested? Do you remember that?
No, it's been probably 20 years.
20 years?
Probably
Okay.
about
Anything
1999.
Anything narcotics related at all?
No.
Officer Hollifield is accusing poor Mr. Alexander of illicit substances, despite his innocence. Furthermore, Hollifield attempted to search his car without a warrant. His true intentions become evident as he starts jotting down some notes.
It's all right. I got a guy stopped, and he's I don't know. I got a warm and fuzzy on it, brother, but he shut down on me and done got defensive, and I don't have any like physical indicators, but dude, his behavioral indicators are just skyrocketed, and I think there's something here. He's just shutting me down. I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough right now to go any further with it than I can, so I was looking for a dog, but it'll be all right. If he is dirty, we'll end up getting him one day, I'm sure.
It's evident that Officer Hollifield is intent on targeting Mr. Alexander without any valid reason, another instance of power tripping. And what happened as a result? Well, nothing. Officer Hollifield faced no consequences for the harassment he inflicted. It's truly disheartening that officers like him are all too prevalent. On January 22, 2023, in Salem, Massachusetts, at the Essex Street Pedestrian Mall, an incident occurred that originated in a bar and escalated onto the street. A brother and sister assaulted an individual whom they had no prior conflict with inside the bar, targeting him once they encountered him outside.
Yo, come here. They jumped him, sir. He didn't do anything. I got jumped. He got jumped, sir.
He got jumped.
He didn't do anything.
Whatever. Do whatever you want, bro.
Dude, that's crazy. I just got.
We're all witnesses. We're all witnesses.
The police arrived at the scene and immediately tackled the first person they saw to the ground without investigating the situation. This behavior appears to be a pattern among officers who seek opportunities to assert their authority.
I tried to get control. You gotta jump someone to.
You're in the headlock the whole time, buddy. You whipped. You whipped. You whipped. Shut. I'm not gonna fight you. There's cops here.
Shut up.
Literally said.
Yo, all of you. Yo, just shut up. Rudy, shut up.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
No, I'm not. I'm waiting.
We're witnesses. We're witnesses. We're the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, we're right there.
Oh, I'm so looking.
Roll onto your side. Yeah, I'm up on your knees. Up. Arrested for no reason.
You got jumped. Yo,
I get my shoe.
Go.
Yo, show me my shoe. I've actually never been in a cop car. I just got jumped. Can I at least should I just be quiet? Should I just shut up? Yep.
It's typical for suspects to deny their involvement in crimes, but in this case, the officers disregarded witness accounts and apprehended the victim instead. This demonstrates the impatience of these officers. Despite the victim's protests, they escorted him to their vehicle and placed him under detention.
Getting arrested for getting jumped.
Have a seat.
All right, sir. Hey, see how many guys over there? Anything on you I should know about? Anything that poke me? No, sir. Phone, wallet. I actually might have to give those to her.
Did you notice that the cops let the kid in the red shirt off the hook without any consequences? And did you see how they laughed while forcing the victim into the squad car? It's a mix of brutality and cluelessness. These cops seriously need a reality check, but unfortunately, it doesn't end there.
You want to go too?
No.
Get moving now.
For my Uber. You guys told us.
You can walk down the street. You want to run your mouth? You can go too. Stop moving.
The other two?
I think he has one.
I have her. She was on top of him.
Right.
23.
Let's get the pro.
Yeah, he was looking to do it all night.
Yep. No, you got a prisoner in your car. No, that's Sarge.
To make matters worse, these officers intimidate the victims, instilling fear in them and preventing them from speaking the truth. It appears their priority is silencing people rather than ensuring justice is served. On October 29, 2023, a woman called the Wyoming Police Department to report that her husband was verbally abusing her and would not leave their house. When the police arrived, they found that her husband had already left in his truck. Later, they stopped him at a Shell gas station.
Put your hands up! Hold the channel.
Holding the channel.
Put your hands up! Turn around and put your hands behind your back. Turn around, hands behind your back.
I copy. All units on Central hold your traffic for emergency. Then lane 01.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Other side.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Keep your hands up.
However, it was later discovered that the man involved was St. Bernard Police Sergeant Michael Matheson, who had argued with his wife at a Halloween party. To add to the situation, Sergeant Matheson was still dressed in his Halloween costume when he was pulled over.
Put your hand in the air, both of them. Left hand too.
He's got something in his left hand. We can't see what it is.
Put your hands up. Put your left hand in the air. You're under arrest. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands up. All right, Dawson, move up.
Yep. Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Put your hands up.
Yep. Yep.
Put your hands up.
Keep your hands out of your pocket. You're gonna get tased. Keep your hands out of your pocket. Go ahead.
It was surprising to see a sergeant react poorly when approached by police, given that he would be expected to know all the proper procedures. When the officers went to arrest him, that's when he finally disclosed his identity.
We're an OAC.
I'm not gonna fight you, dude. I'm not going to. I swear to God. There's nobody in my church. I'm not gonna fight you. Listen to me. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. I swear to God.
Well, you gotta listen to us, man.
I'm trying to. Please help me.
31. What area do you need me?
32. We got. I've been a cop for 35 years.
Well, then you gotta listen.
I know.
Then why didn't you listen? Don't blame me.
The sergeant claimed he had been a police officer for 35 years, as though that would excuse his behavior during the arrest. Instead, this admission only exacerbated the situation, making it even more embarrassing for the experienced officer.
I'm 32. I'm with them.
Let's get out of the ring. Dude, I'm not gonna fight. Let's get out of the ring. I'm not worried about you fighting now. Well, I'm not going to. I don't want to do this.
Do you have anything on
I
you?
have nothing on me. I don't have my weapon. No. Sit down. I don't. My wife and I were at a party. We had an argument.
All right, have a
That's
seat.
all
Get
it
out of the
is.
rain.
The sergeant appeared to have had too much to drink that night, as he wasn't fully coherent. Ultimately, he was escorted to a police cruiser and placed in the back seat, where he continued to try to make amends for his earlier behavior.
That's all it is.
Oh, no.
God. Can you loosen these, please?
Yeah, turn.
Are you for real? I swear to God. Dude, I would never hurt any of you. I'm a policeman.
Where at?
St. Bernard.
Okay, well, you have to listen.
I know.
Why would you not just do as you were told? It's not that difficult. You know that.
I was just calling my daughter. That's all I was doing. I was making a phone call. I was calling my daughter. I just wanted her to know what was going on. Okay. And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I wouldn't hurt you.
We'll talk to you here in just a minute.
Why would you think I would ever hurt you?
I don't know you.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
All right, we'll talk here in a minute. Hold on. We'll talk here in a minute.
The Wyoming police officers cited Michael for obstructing official business, but he was not physically arrested at the scene. Instead, he was released at the gas station to his daughter. Following the incident, the St. Bernard Police Department put Michael on paid administrative leave and began an internal investigation. There is a possibility that the sergeant might be laid off due to the incident. While driving on the highway, an auditor notices a patrol car tailgating him and then passing without signaling. The auditor decides to follow and records the officer's erratic driving with a dash cam to ensure they aren't violating traffic laws. At a gas station, the auditor confronts the officer about their driving, and the officer gives a questionable excuse about a canceled call. However, the auditor disputes the excuse by highlighting the officer's behavior at red lights and suggests checking the records, leading the officer to end the conversation.
How's it going, brother? Hey, why were you in such a rush just now? You were racing down 441 there. I was behind you for most of the time, and then you lost me, and we both got caught up at the same red light.
So I was on my way to a call, and the call got canceled.
It did? So you stopped at all those red lights on your way to a call?
Yeah.
So if I pull the records, there was a call.
Go pull them.
I will. What's your name?
Trooper Hannon. Hannon.
All right. I've never had a problem with you guys in 4 years.
Good.
You've always been super professional.
Yep.
Nobody's ever lied to me until today.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
You're a liar, Hannon.
Thank you.
Slow down.
Okay.
If you're going to enforce the law
Have a
and
good
be
day,
the
sir.
best of us,
Thank you.
do the best.
The auditor, after being disregarded by the officer, taps on the patrol vehicle to draw attention. In response, the officer forcefully opens the door, narrowly avoiding hitting the auditor, seemingly trying to intimidate him. Despite the auditor's request to speak with a supervisor, the officer vehemently declines.
Hey, Hannon. Hey, Hannon. Hannon. Get your supervisor here.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to call your supervisor now, please.
Go ahead, call him. Thank you.
Why are you rolling up on me? You think that intimidation is going to work? Like I said, I've done this for about 4 years. It doesn't work.
What's your problem?
It's that you were speeding and you have no accountability. You could have said, "Hey, I'm sorry," and I could have let you off with a warning, like I was planning on doing.
Good job.
Good job. What? Did you call your supervisor like I asked?
No.
Will you?
No.
You're not going to call him, Hannah. Get that flag off that uniform. You're making it look like crap.
The auditor then warns of filing a complaint if the officer doesn't contact his supervisor, to which the officer responds dismissively. Ending the conversation with profanity, the officer drives away. The audacity and self-importance displayed by these officers are simply absurd.
You're not calling your supervisor?
How are you, ma'am? Good.
Don't even try to solicit a trespass. Just call your supervisor like I ordered you to.
How you guys?
This behavior is not going to go uncorrected.
human.
One of your fellow troopers, he gave me a warning when I was speeding on that same road.
Have a good day.
And that's what I would let you go with, too. Either get your supervisor or get a complaint on your record. You gonna call him? Okay.
What am I gonna do that for?
Oh, nice mouth.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you.
What a piece of garbage.
This officer was definitely shown where he stands, wasn't he? While every cop is expected to uphold the motto of protect and serve, it appears Oscar Mayorga of the Apopka Police Department had his own interpretation. In one of the most perplexing cases, he was apprehended for drunk driving. What made his situation stand out was that he chose to drive under the influence in his police car. When he eventually stopped the vehicle and emerged, it was evident he was heavily intoxicated. His excuse? He claimed to have taken medication for his seizures.
What's going on, man?
You know, my seizures might act up.
Okay. Do you need a EMS?
No. Here, let's just lean against my car real quick, all right? Alright, right here. It may get a little hot and smell the car.
The witnesses who alerted the police are present at the scene, and as the officer interviews them, it becomes apparent just how dangerous this man's behavior was while driving.
Yeah, Center Street in Firewood.
Yes, sir.
All over the road, stopping in the middle of the street, off the road, running stop signs, a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
With this guy. And I tried to call the Apopka PD, of course, they say they closed. So we just called 911, I guess, and went to you guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure other people was probably calling you.
Okay.
But,
yeah, we got a call.
Yeah, he could be having a medical condition, but he was asleep. We passed by his car, he was asleep.
He was asleep?
When
did you pass by his car?
Right over here at Center in Firewood.
Okay.
We turned the corner, he was coming this way, we turned the corner because we kind of lost him.
All right.
But I have everything on video.
You do? Would you be able to email that to one of our officers?
Yeah, the guy just gave me a card here.
Perfect. That email is on him at the erap@ci.eustis.fl.us would be a good email to send that to.
Yes.
Would you guys also like to write a statement of what you saw?
I'll make some offer for that. I want to write a statement.
Okay.
But the guy needs some help.
Yes, sir, I agree.
The police officer searches Oscar's vehicle and discovers beer cans inside. Unless his doctor prescribed beer for his seizures, it's evident that Oscar has been dishonest with the officers. Even when confronted with the evidence, his response remains unchanged.
It's better to be honest. In our profession,
I took a lot of Benadryl.
listen, in our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know. Okay, I know. I took
Listen, man.
the Benadryls.
There is a open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Have you been drinking at all today?
No, that's maybe 3 days old.
Okay. I smell the alcohol coming from your breath. Okay. Are you willing to perform standard field sobriety exercises?
Okay.
You are?
No.
You don't want to do them?
At this point, the police officers express concern and ask if he requires EMS. Oscar responds that he does not and claims to have taken 3 Benadryl pills 2 hours prior.
Going into work, why would you take Benadryl, man? You know Benadryls make people sleepy.
I was trying to go to sleep.
You miss your shift?
Are you scheduled to work today?
Yeah.
You see where we're coming from, man? You're not making any sense.
No.
The officers are astonished, and upon further questioning, it becomes evident that Oscar is disoriented and unaware of his surroundings. They assist him in removing his vest and transport him onto a stretcher. Subsequently, they informed him of his rights and conduct alcohol tests, revealing a blood alcohol level of 0.39, which is 5 times the legal limit. This results in his immediate arrest and transportation to jail. On December 24th, 2022, when Deputy Deshaun Parker pulled over Taylor Garner for nearly colliding with the curb multiple times, tensions escalated when Parker requested Taylor to exit the vehicle, but Taylor refused.
Deputy Parker with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department. So we ended up getting a call that your bumper is dragging and that you were, weaving all over the road.
Definitely not weaving.
Okay.
Just trying to get home. The reason my bumper is down is because it's been like that for a week.
What happened to your windshield?
Literally just now.
Okay, well, what'd you hit?
I didn't hit anything.
Okay, do me a favor, turn the car from me real quick.
No.
bro, we're gonna turn the car off, okay? 2S2, can I get a backup for a...
I didn't do anything.
The driver wasn't as uncooperative. Step out of the car.
No. I don't have to. Do you have a warrant?
I don't need a warrant.
You actually do need
Get out
a
of the
warrant.
car.
You actually do need a warrant.
Oh, no.
Deputy Parker instructed Taylor to exit the vehicle, but Taylor declined, citing the absence of a warrant. Parker proceeded to forcibly remove Taylor from the car, resulting in Taylor being knocked to the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm just trying to fucking my nose.
He continued to physically assault Taylor by punching him in the face and pulling on his shirt. Subsequently, the officer promptly handcuffed him.
Grabbing my leg and what's wrong with you, bro?
Nothing. What are you talking about? What are you doing?
Told you to get out of the car.
I
You
literally...
didn't get out of the car. Stop grabbing on me.
What are you
Stop
talking
grabbing
about?
on me.
I'm not grabbing.
Roll over.
Nobody's doing anything to you.
Sit up.
I literally
Sit
can't.
up.
I can't do anything.
Sit up.
I can't do
Sit up.
anything. I can't do anything. What are you talking about? I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I promise.
Bro, how much have you had to drink today?
I have not had anything. You fucking flattered my
Stop
blood.
fighting me.
The officer began to check Taylor's pockets, but he resisted. This triggered Parker once again, and he knocked Taylor to the ground.
How much have you had to drink today?
Nothing.
You're a liar. I can smell it on you. Come on. You cuffed? Yeah, he's already cuffed. Get up. Bro, I hope you did not just spit on me.
Section custody.
Damn, dude.
He spit
I'm
on the
not
ground.
trying to like get
Did you
you.
get him?
Joined by another officer, Parker and his colleague took Taylor into custody. Taylor faced 4 charges, but approximately 4 months later, all charges were dropped. Meanwhile, attorney Robin Flores opted to file a lawsuit against Officer Parker for excessive use of force. This incident could have been prevented, but the officer's ego prevented it. In this story of law enforcement mishandling, we see officers who appear to be more influenced by action movies than practical police work. The story involves Gregory Gross, a 65-year-old Army veteran who experienced police brutality.
Oh, God. Yeah, kind of a bad day. Come on. Okay.
Here. Sit down on the ground, and I'll bring the car
I didn't do
over.
nothing. Ow. Quit my arm. I didn't do nothing.
You can start going with the program.
Ouch. That hurts. Quit it. That hurts.
It's
dude.
called
That
when
hurts,
you
dude.
stop resisting.
Ow. Ow. I'm not resisting. Why are you doing this?
Because you're just not going with the program.
I am. Quit hurting me. You're hurting me right now.
In a distressing event, we saw how the officers showed a complete disregard for basic human respect. They shouted commands like overly aggressive drill sergeants, manhandling Gregory as if he were merely a doll, despite him not doing anything wrong and being fully cooperative. Gregory's calls for mercy were ignored as the officers kept up their stream of insults and used excessive force.
Listen to me.
Quit with me.
I'm not with you.
Yeah, you are. You
I'm
just
telling
did.
you the way this is going to go. Would you like to shut your mouth and listen?
You are not in control of this situation.
You are under arrest for hit and run and DUI. You're about to get placed into a patrol car. I was going to walk you over there, but you decided you didn't want to go with the program. So now you're sitting here like a 3-year-old.
Ow, ow, ow. That hurts.
Okay?
I was
So,
walking.
listen. Listen.
Just as he was about to be put into the police cruiser, the officer threw Gregory to the ground again, and this time, the fall was dangerous.
Here, no, grab him. I gotta put gloves on.
Kill Democrat.
And we've done it again. You gonna keep doing this? I can't breathe. Are we gonna keep doing this? I can't breathe.
You're talking, you're breathing.
You're talking, you can breathe. Okay, let's stand up. Stand up.
Put on your big boy pants. You want to act like a man.
I can't feel my legs, dude. I'm sorry. I can't feel my legs. Dear God. Dear God, I can't feel my legs.
Come on. Don't forget your pasta box.
It's like seeing a skit turn disastrously wrong, except there's nothing funny about suffering a broken neck and facing a lifetime of paralysis.
Yeah, the nose thing just happened in the grass out there.
That just doesn't go more. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right, sit up. We're gonna move those cuffs around. Just point them out. No, that would be wrong.
Right? Yes. Even if he's frustrated.
Yeah. No, I tried to get him on the ground so that we could then just double pick him up and just drag him in.
Yeah, I mean,
but he pulled away, so I. Yeah.
Also, there's the hospital staff, who seem more interested in their morning coffee than in Gregory's loss of feeling in his legs. You can hear a nurse laughing in the background, unaware of how serious the patient's injuries are. Gregory has decided to take legal action, suing the hospital, the police department, and the officers involved. As for Officer Josh Jackson, his career in law enforcement has come to an end. In the busy streets of Chicago, chaos erupted when Bernard Kirsch found himself in the grip of Officer Gerald Williams, a former MMA fighter now serving as a law enforcement officer. It all began innocently, with Kirsch going about his own business, maybe enjoying a drink or two, but fate intervened as Officer Williams appeared suddenly, accusing Kirsch of public drinking. Taking action reminiscent of his MMA days, Officer Williams decided to handle the situation himself with a swift and forceful body slam, bringing Kirsch crashing to the ground, likely leaving his dignity and perhaps some bones shattered.
We're good. One more car. Nobody needs to get hurt. One more car. Everybody is fine, squad. Tell them to slow down. Nobody's hurt.
The officers roughly lifted him and placed him in the cruiser to take him to the police department. But amidst the chaos, a ray of hope appears. It's disclosed that Kirsch suffers from schizophrenia, highlighting the complexities of interactions between mental health and law enforcement.
He is paranoid schizophrenic, and it does affect his everyday living, depending on what he's going through.
I have meds for it.
Oh, you do take meds for it?
Yes, sir.
And do you take your meds every day?
Yes, sir.
It's terrible, and I hate to see him go through an episode where he may think something's going on that may not be going on, or he may hear something that's not really being said.
As things calmed down, Officer Williams was dismissed from his duties, and Kirsch's charges were dropped. The incident prompted crucial conversations about excessive force and how law enforcement officers handle mental health crises.
2 Chicago police officers who were in that video and involved in the arrest of Kirsch, they have been stripped of their police powers as this investigation plays out. We are live from the Layton Criminal Courts building. Charlie DeMar.
Officer Williams and his colleagues' actions serve as a clear reminder of the necessity for police reform and increased awareness of mental health issues in our communities. This case was truly unusual. In Hibbing, Minnesota, one summer day in July 2018, a simple photo shoot turned into a tense encounter between a man with a camera and a local cop. The officer approached the man, questioning if he had permission to take photos. Things got heated when the officer asked for ID without explaining any wrongdoing. Even though the man insisted he hadn't done anything wrong, the officer detained him while backup arrived. The tension escalated with the sergeant getting more aggressive. Eventually, the man was forcefully handcuffed and arrested for obstruction, despite his claims of innocence.
Friday, July 20th, 10:30 a.m., Hibbing, Minnesota. And already we're at the Hibbing Fire Department.
We're gonna sneak in there real quick.
Yeah, no, I take them where I can get them.
He quietly snapped photos of the location, informing a staff member that he was capturing images for a magazine. However, trouble brewed when the staff member grew suspicious and dialed 911 to report the situation. Take a look.
Taking pictures? For possible publication, working on a story.
What do you work for?
What's that?
What do you work for?
I'm not going to divulge that.
What's that?
I won't divulge that.
Okay, how come?
Because I don't need to. It could spoil the story I'm working on.
Did you get permission from the city to?
Okay, who are you? Can I get your name?
Huh?
Can I get your name?
My name's Alan.
Alan. Nice to meet you, Alan. My name is Ryan.
Yep. Do you need to talk to the chief or anything?
No, just taking pictures. I just need the pictures, that's all.
Okay. Just wondering if you had city permission, that's all.
Don't need it. But I appreciate it. Thank you. (10:50 a.m. Friday, July 20th, 2018. How's it?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Nice day for a walk.
Well, yeah, I'm only going this far though.
Oh, every little bit's good.
Nice day for a walk.
Yes.
You're supposed to be buying not taking.
Tensions rose as suspicion mounted, prompting the individual to call 911. Before long, a sergeant arrived, questioning why Ryan was innocently taking pictures. This highlights how even mundane activities like photography can trigger suspicion and result in unforeseen confrontations. However, it's crucial to remember that simply taking photos without cause does not justify being detained.
How you doing?
All right, yourself?
Good. Apparently the armory's all bent out of shape because you're taking pictures or something.
Can I get your name?
It's Sergeant Everett, Hibbing PD.
You have a badge number, Sergeant?
HI 108.
Thank you very much.
What's going on?
Exactly what you see.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I ask, is there a specific reason for your...
Well, there's always a reason, but I'm not going to share it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be on my way. Have a good day.
You're going to stay here for a second.
Are you detaining me?
Yes.
For what reason?
H5 St. Louis. Apparently you are taking a call about a suspicious activity at the armory. I'm all with that mail. Because I would like to know what's going on. Now I've been very pleasant, I think, with you, and I'm asking you simple questions about what's going on. And you may have a very legitimate reason. Can you explain that to me? Or you don't care to explain that? Okay. Can I see your identification, please?
Have I broken a law?
I don't know, but people take things very seriously when it comes to public safety and military safety, and if you've been walking around the property photographing things, I don't think it's unreasonable for me to ask and find out what's going on. Now, you asked me a few questions when I got here for my name and badge number, and I was more than willing to provide that with you.
Which I believe you're required to do.
Yep.
I'm not.
Well, if we have reason to believe you may be involved in criminal activity,
you need a reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have, am, or am about to commit a crime to be able to detain me.
So what are you up to?
So what am I being detained for?
For identification purposes.
In order to ID me, I had to have broken a law.
The most shocking moment came when the officer responded with, "I don't know," when asked if Ryan had broken the law. Just picture the shock of being detained for no apparent reason. But what was even more astonishing was when backup arrived, and they both opted to arrest him.
I've seen this. Can I get another squad, please? You start a suspicious activity on 23rd Street, Brooklyn Drive, all with one male, verbally non-compliant. Okay, so here's the thing. You can tell me who you are, and I can have you on your way very easily and you can
Here's
go
the
about
thing,
your
at this
business.
point in time, it's an illegal detainment because I have broken no law.
Okay.
I'm in the process of breaking no law, and I intend to break no law. You have no suspicions of any of those three. So therefore, you have no right to detain me or try to ID me.
That might be what you think,
That's what I know.
but you can tell me and I can get you on your way.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
No, you are not free to go.
Okay. I exercise my right to remain silent.
Where do you live at?
Oh, I believe I just told you I'm exercising my right to remain silent.
Set your cameras down.
No. I have every right to record.
Okay.
The officer told him he couldn't leave and called for backup. When backup arrived, the sergeant became hostile. The officer then forcefully put the man on the ground, handcuffed him, and said he was being arrested for obstruction. Even though they unlawfully detained him and damaged his property, the officers still searched his belongings. After that, they took him to jail and charged him with obstruction.
Tell you what I'm going to do right now, and you are going to follow my commands or you're going to go to jail. I'm going to detain you in handcuffs.
Are you his supervisor?
No, I'm the supervisor.
Can I get your supervisor,
Turn around,
please?
put your hands behind your back.
This is an illegal detainment. Go to the ground. Put it down.
Comply.
I'm not resisting.
Resisting. Yes, you are.
I am not at all.
Arms up.
Nothing is tense. I'm completely loose.
You got his arm behind his back?
Yep.
I'm coming back. Sure hope you didn't damage your cameras.
I sure hope you didn't. It's an illegal search. I do not consent to any searches or seizures of my person
Well, you're
or
under
property.
Arrest, so
Arrest for what?
Based on the U.S. Constitution, we have the right to search you under search incident to arrest.
What are you arresting me for?
Obstructing.
Obstructing what?
Legal process.
What legal process?
Information on a railroad arm malfunction.
Shut that off.
Please do not touch my stuff. Please do not touch
Well,
my
now you're
pockets
going to
or
jail,
anything.
so.
For what?
Obstructing.
Obstructing what? I broke no laws. You were investigating nothing.
It's suspicious activity
And
when you're
what is that, a
photographing.
misdemeanor or a felony? Suspicious activity, a misdemeanor or a felony, Sergeant? Which one is it? You are now illegally searching my backpack.
Cameras, phones on too. And we'll hold that.
In the end, he was released, and on January 8, 2019, his camera and phone were finally returned from evidence. On April 15, 2023, an officer stops a completely innocent citizen because he suspects him of being involved in another crime. Little does this officer know about the mistake he's about to make.
How's it going, bud? Hey, I'm off to check with Leander PD. 205, I'll be out. Are you carrying that? Yeah. Okay, how old are you?
I'm old enough to carry one.
Huh?
I'm old enough to carry one.
Okay, so we got a call saying that there was a young teenager at her walking around.
No.
So how old are you?
Well, old enough to carry one. Old enough to buy one.
Okay, so how about you show me your ID?
No.
Okay. 205, I need a second one to step it up. Refusing the ID.
For what?
Because the call we got was that it's a teenager. All right.
Yeah,
He's out here carrying this arm.
The officer is relying solely on his intuition, but he can't violate someone's rights based on it.
Dang. Like,
Well, so I'm out here on a lawful call. Okay.
Right,
All you gotta
right.
do is ID yourself. If you're 21, then I pick you loose. You're good to go. You know how it
That's
is.
how that
but
works.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's exactly how it works. I have every right as a law enforcement officer to request ID from anybody open
Right,
carry.
and I can refuse.
Okay, then go ahead. Turn around. Hey, you guys right back, sir.
Okay.
Don't wait for your bar.
Why am I being arrested?
You know, you're being detained.
For what?
Because you're refusing the ID, you're refusing to cooperate.
I don't need one.
You're armed with a... But I continue you for refusing the ID. Somebody carrying the firearm. That's not 205.
However, that's precisely what the cop does as he unlawfully detains the citizen simply because he doesn't produce his ID, which is protected under his Fourth Amendment right.
You know what
That's exactly how the law says.
What does it say?
The law says that... Hold on.
Which code?
Hold on. You can keep interrupting me, or are you gonna...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, I can request ID anybody, okay, to prove age for anybody open carrying. I don't believe that you're 21. You look younger than 21. Okay? The call that we got was approximately 16-year-old. We're out here open carrying, okay? So that's what I'm responsible.
Even though the officer tries to justify his actions, the law doesn't exactly align with his interpretation.
I don't know how old you are because you won't ID yourself. I don't believe you're 21. If you're 21, then that's fine.
I'm 21.
Okay?
I'm over 21.
So now you will be. So you're not 21.
Huh?
So you're 20.
No, I'm over 21, I said.
You said you will be 20.
I'm over. I said over. I promise. I'm well over. I also don't consent to.
I'm not searching you.
Seizing. He seized my property.
I did not. I unholstered you and I put it
That's
right here.
seizing it. You took it from me.
You can do this all day.
And 3802.
Okay.
You know 3802?
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
What does it say?
You go ahead.
What is the premise on which I have to ID?
What's that?
What's the premise on which I have to ID? If I was arrested, not
you're not arrested. You're being detained, and as a peace officer, I have the right to request ID from you and to obtain ID from you for anybody that I think might be violating Texas open law care. Okay? You refuse an ID yourself. I don't know if you're 21 or not. Right?
What's your name?
Officer Pacheco. It's right here.
Pacheco?
Okay. So just relax. I'm just going to pat you down for any other weapons. I'm not going to search you. Okay? Is that Leatherman knife? What?
No, I don't listen. It might be my wallet. I don't want to do it again. That might be.
It felt like a long.
Square.
It felt like a long metal piece.
It should be square, right?
I know. As long as it's not a gun. You see that?
I'll give you permission to take it out and take a look at my ID now.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you already put me in the situation.
Now you want to cooperate.
Yeah, because you're unlawfully detaining me.
The officer shifts blame onto the citizen for not cooperating earlier, all the while continuing to break the law by conducting an illegal search.
So you're just making the situation even worse. So I saw
Stuart?
No, she's my supervisor. You can talk to her all day long.
Stuart, Nordine. Remember Joshua Nordine pulled me over on 183? He searched my car, refused, and he got the dog. It was probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Xavier. Ring the bell? It was a while ago, I told you. Charger? White Charger? White? Yes, ma'am. Okay. No, I don't know. How old is I at the time, would you reckon? Like, it was 2 years ago. There's something,
Well, he refused ID initially.
But you know I'm not underage, 16.
Luckily for the citizen, his saving grace came in the form of the police supervisor who arrived on the scene. Coincidentally, she knew the individual involved in this incident from a previous case, allowing her to confirm that he was legally permitted to open carry.
Yeah, I'm not saying he should have him.
You didn't know.
I know.
16, 18, doesn't matter. 21 is
Right.
the age limit, correct?
Yep.
So you and I both know that.
But now 21 or older.
Okay, but now you don't have a way to prove it because you don't have ID on you. I asked you for your ID.
I
You said you're not showing me.
need to prove it. You need to find why I'm not underage.
I just explained to you why you have to show me
Just
ID.
because I look it, you can say that for anyone.
It doesn't. As a peace officer, if I am suspicious, then you get detained until I can confirm who your
So how are you
identity
gonna
is.
do it?
Well, how about you start giving me your name and date of birth, and that would help.
How is that not?
Because now I can confirm who you are, what your age
You can
is.
just take anyone. It's a Fourth Amendment. Fourth Amendment violation.
No, it's not a Fourth Amendment violation.
How is it
Do you
not?
know this information?
Secure my person and papers. It was a long time ago.
Are you going to help us out so we can wrap this up, or what? If you tell me you're 21, that's
wasting
fine.
my time. I didn't bring you here. It's October 5th,
Okay.
1999.
Mr. Xavier, what is your last name?
That's all you need. October 5th, 1999.
After the back and forth and the officer's determination to infringe on the citizen's rights, the citizen finally relents and provides his information. The officer then confirms that he is indeed within the legal limits.
So you understand the importance of, if you're going to open carry, have some ID on you. You realize that you still have to be able to prove that you're legally able to carry whatever firearm you carry. You realize that, right? Two law enforcement officers, police officers. If you are questioned,
I'm not breaking the law, then
you won't break it. You won't break the law. But when it comes to specifically sidearms, specifically sidearms, or rather pistols, excuse me. Specifically, any peace officer can question anybody open carrying.
Can you pull up the code for that so I can?
I don't need to pull up the code.
That's not what it says, dude. And specifically, there is law.
I find it interesting how, when challenged to provide the reference code for what should be basic knowledge, the officer completely avoids the topic.
You can't detain people on the basis of firearms alone.
You got this? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna unload this for you.
It's not loaded.
You got a mag in there.
Yeah, but it's not loaded.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. Want to put it in for me?
Well, I will for you if you want me to.
Well, if that makes it safe.
No. Are you okay with just I'm gonna give this to you. As soon as I leave, you do whatever you want. Okay?
What about the mags?
I'm giving it to you.
Don't put it in the gun?
I'm saying, as soon as I leave, do whatever you want. If you want to load it as soon as I take off from here, that's fine. You can load it. I don't care what you do. All right? I'm gonna give you my card. If you got any questions you want to follow up, that's fine.
Your name in?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. That'd be great.
You just specifically pistol, yeah, because there's specific laws about pistol. You know what they are.
You don't know the
Texas
code?
open carry law. What's that?
What's the penal code so I can look it up?
Why don't you look it up? I know what the penal code is.
I don't. What is it? Say it directly.
All right, we're not going to sit here and have
You don't know it.
We're not. Okay.
That's not what it says.
Okay. All right.
That's okay.
You're free to go. You can look it up all you want. Okay.
Like,
Unless you really want me to look it up for you specifically. I'll help you out. I will help you out.
But this citizen is more determined than your average person. He takes this matter all the way to the specific penal code. Let's see who comes out on top in this debate.
205. The law says that if a person with a license to carry a handgun, in this particular case because we're open carry now, so okay, a lot of the verbiage hasn't caught up yet, but is carrying a handgun and is asked by a peace officer to show ID, they must show both.
If somebody has a license to carry, but how does that continue?
Because the LTC. So there's still a lot of catching up that the terminology of LTC and open carry has, because like I have an LTC, but I don't need it anymore.
Right.
If you don't have an LTC, you now do not need it. However, if you are open carrying, right? So now the new law with open carry, you still got to be 21, right? So if I request ID, you got to show it to prove that you're 21. Driver's license or other. Well, then look, man, you can go argue it all you want. Okay.
I will.
That's fine. All right, you got any questions?
No.
Okay, that's it. You're free to go.
Good night.
You too, sir.
This is a rare instance where the officers actually take the time to discuss and try to make sense of their point, even though the officer's approach is questionable. Nevertheless, the citizen decides to put an end to the argument for the night. On a calm Monday afternoon in New Jersey, things took a chaotic turn when a worried citizen dialed 911 to report a group of kids hanging around and laughing in front of their property.
911, where's your emergency? In Woodland, New Jersey. What's the address? I have a bunch of... Is that a house or an apartment? It's a house. What's going on there? I have a bunch of kids trespassing and loitering in front of my property, and I keep calling them, telling them to get off. What are they, just they're in their yard? Yeah, they're standing on front of my property, sitting down and don't want to move.
As the dispatcher tries to collect details, frustration seeps through the caller's voice, aggravated by the youngster's disorderly conduct.
If you get a couple of those, they'll understand when they got to go to court. Stop sitting in front of people's property. All right, your name? And what's the phone number you're calling from? Are you the landlord there? I'm the property manager. I live right on the corner. And I have tenants live there and they're complaining. And your phone number?
When Officer DeBille showed up armed with possibly unwarranted authority and a can of oleoresin capsicum spray, prepared to scatter the mischievous group, what started as a standard response rapidly turned into a situation reminiscent of a slapstick comedy.
I don't got my ID. What do you mean is ID? That's all. What does it mean is ID? We got a call for trespassing. We're not fucking what we don't got to. I'm referring you as a call for it. That's what we're telling you. So she's called you. It's my house. She always calls you. We're not on her porch. So where do we at? I don't know.
As Officer Double tried to establish control, the kids scattered like startled pigeons. Yet, Officer Double unleashed a burst of OC spray with the accuracy of a water cannon, aiming to quell their defiance.
Having you text people who come up here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Don't step on me. Don't step on me. I said don't text nobody to come here. You on the court. You got 10. I'm calling my brother. That's my guardian. That's my guardian. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. You guys want to play games? You guys want to play games, right?
As the situation spiraled out of control due to Officer Dubious, not Double, onlookers couldn't help but chuckle at his absurdity. His overly forceful approach only made the chaos worse, transforming a minor disturbance into a full-blown comedy of errors.
We got a couple units for crowd control. And about one to sit on the left side of the scene. Give me some. It's because I'm
partner's got. We got it. Back up. Back up. Back up. I can't do this. Back up. Back up.
In the end, as Officer Double faced charges of simple assault, the true culprit emerged not as the misbehaving youngsters, but clearly as the officer himself, whose reckless actions exposed the flaw in law enforcement's approach to community policing. On September 14, 2023, a Lyon County deputy was heading to a report of a bonfire near an apartment complex in Fernley, Nevada, when he encountered James Gresham walking alongside his bike.
What's up, my man? Come here. Come here. Oh, put the bike down. Put the bike down.
Why? My bike.
Because I told you to put the bike down.
Why are you stopping me right now?
Because you're riding your bike with no
I'm riding it. I gotta
put the bike down.
Right here.
Dude, put the bike
right
down.
Here. I said, no,
put the bike down, James. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. I'm a
What have I
Get on the ground, James.
What have I done wrong?
562 King. Get on the ground.
What have I done wrong? I've not done nothing wrong.
Get on the ground, James.
I've done nothing wrong. Am I being detained?
Get on the ground, James.
Detained.
Am
I
I
being
a
detained?
subject stop.
Am I being
425
detained?
Willow, white male.
Help!
Get on the ground, James. You are being detained. You get on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
You do. Get on the ground. Put the flashlight down.
Am I being detained?
Yes. For what? Put your hands behind your back.
The deputy couldn't provide a reason for detaining James. It seems like the screening process ensures they hire the least competent individuals possible.
Detained for?
Drop that flashlight. Drop that flashlight.
That's not an articulable reason for suspicion that I committed a crime.
Yeah, it is. You took off. Yes, it is.
It is not.
Yeah, it is,
No,
James.
it is not.
You still
Call your
out?
Supervisor.
You still
Call your supervisor.
Relax.
No, I'm not relaxing. Call your supervisor. This is gonna stop.
Shut up.
Call your supervisor. I want you to call your supervisor.
I am the supervisor. Shut up.
First Amendment audit.
Yeah, try the Fifth Amendment. Shut up.
First Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now.
Yeah.
None.
You're riding your bike with no lights on.
Right there in my hand.
It's got to be on the dip.
It's on the bike. I just took it off.
No, I just watched you right away when I rolled up.
You didn't tell me to stop. There was no stop. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I told you to stop right here.
That's why he's being arrested for riding a bike without a headlight. Seems like they're recruiting blind deputies now.
Knife on you?
Yeah. I know this. I'm being detained for no reason. I want to talk to your supervisor. I want to see your supervisor.
What supervisor, James? You think we can call you? No.
First Amendment audit right now.
Go.
Yeah. First Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now. You're in violation of my First Amendment right, and my Fifth, and my Fourth, and my Ninth.
Put your feet apart, James.
Yeah, sure.
Face the car.
Face the car. I want to see your supervisor.
I just told you.
No. Private property. I'm right here in my house. I live right there. I live right in my left.
What's your date of birth, James?
520. I don't have to answer your question.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Under arrest.
You are the subject of investigation, yeah.
For what?
For resisting right now.
What's my crime?
For resisting.
What's my crime?
Yes, resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Yeah.
Crime.
Yeah.
Stop me for.
I told you already.
Resisting.
I already told.
Stop me. I don't have to answer your questions.
Yeah, you do. Okay. You're going to jail. Yep, you're going to jail,
For
dude.
what?
What's that for arguing? I'm asking you some basic
basic
information.
My name's James Gresham. You know my name.
I asked you what your date of birth was.
I don't have to answer your questions.
Yes, you do.
Well, I guess I do, huh?
Yes.
Because I'm being detained,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
52069. And this is an illegal stop.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Call your supervisor. I want to see your supervisor. Sir.
James, you know how many times
you have no right. I'm on
you know how
public
many
property.
times you've been in the.
Okay. Nothing.
Citizens like James pay millions of dollars in taxes only to be subjected to derogatory names, risk unjust detainment, and get taken to jail for no reason. A cop can simply approach anyone and throw them in jail. It's that easy for them.
Yeah, fuck it. You're going, dude. I did about tase you. Is that your house?
It is.
Do you think that maybe if you just answer a couple quick questions, but when you're rolling up here and then coming back,
you told me to come back, so I came back.
Yeah, and then telling you to drop the bike. You're not dropping the bike, and then you push it. You're trying to tense up on me.
In my hand. I didn't do nothing on you.
Yes, you did.
That's why you were stopping me.
Yes,
I saw you pull up here. That's why I turned around to come back.
All right.
I knew you were going to come. How about that?
Yeah. Because when I roll up for this, you were there.
I was just talking to them, asking them what's up with the bonfire.
Oh.
And they were barbecuing.
Imagine that.
Did you stop and ask about the fire?
I didn't. You took off. Look, where's this guy going?
I didn't have to stop for you. Just because you pull up don't mean I stop my life. I have no
when
reason
there's a
to
crime
stop
being
me.
committed. I already told you.
To come here to stop me.
I already told you.
There is no crime. I'd like to talk to your supervisor, sir.
We don't have
right now.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, you can want
that.
Want one hand, the other.
My First Amendment clause right now. That's right.
They have it on body camera.
First Amendment.
Yep.
He has no articulable, reasonable suspicion to stop me. It's not. It's the right this to stop me unreasonable.
The First Amendment.
Articulable, reasonable suspicion.
All right.
ARS.
Yeah, sit tight, dude.
Sit tight. Shut up.
When faced with articulable, reasonable suspicion, the response is simply, shut up. If this person claims to be a supervisor, and if it's true, it implies he trains others to behave similarly.
Yeah. Now I'm debating whether to take him, dude, just for obstructing.
Yeah.
It's not really, he's riding his bike without a light.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, well, is this private property? Like,
was it through here?
Yeah. He came from this side and went through here.
So it's probably Tracy Grant's bike, not his. Also, she's been bitching about it.
Bitching about what?
Him taking the bike.
Really?
That's hers. She called us like a couple weeks, or maybe a few weeks ago now for it. Says that it always comes by, grabs it because it just sits outside there. He'll ride it and then bring it back and take it without asking and all that.
Yeah, is that your bike, James? Okay.
Is it like a mountain bike?
The cop knew James was innocent. Now he was just debating internally if he had enough of a rebuttal when things went to court. But why escalate the situation to that point in the first place?
Which apartment are you in? What? 18? So now I'm debating. Now I'm like, well, should I just take him for obstructing?
So what happened?
Because he's back behind this thing. I roll up. I'm like, hey, what are you doing, dude? Come here. Yeah. Thinking that he was trying to hide back here.
Right.
Now it sounds like he lives here, but as soon as he does, he's like, put the bike down. He's coming at me and he's like tensing up, dude. So I'm like, dude, get my taser out. And then he's like, not getting on the ground, not getting on the ground. And he just.
We heard you. Yeah. Do you want me to verify with 18 if he does something?
Sure, yeah.
Does this appear like tensing up and non-compliance to you? It's up to you to decide whether this cop was telling the truth or if he was simply making excuses.
Yeah, car's here. I don't have any keys at all.
Is the door unlocked? How are you going to get in?
I didn't know she wasn't home until I got here. Actually, I came here and I went over to Jeff's house, over to Mama T's house because she wasn't here. Then when you pulled up, I decided to come back home. I don't have to answer these questions, but I will. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't want no trouble, so I left. The fire wasn't mine.
All right. Well, when I'm rolling up and you're leaving, like,
doesn't mean nothing.
Sure it does.
I wasn't asked to stop.
What's that?
I wasn't asked to stop.
Because you f***ing took off.
I wasn't asked to stop.
Yeah, that's why I came over here and told you to stop.
There's no reason to stop me.
That's why I came over here and told you to stop.
There's no reason to stop me. What's your reason for stopping me?
Go for it.
What's your reason for coming over here? I'm on private property, man.
Note that the cops had no justification to check or enter James's apartment. The deputies still couldn't clarify why he stopped him initially. They did discuss it among themselves and were aware that he was on private property on his bike. They were running out of options.
So I think she does live there.
Yeah.
Because that's when Ronnie, when I came here, Gabrielson, he OD'd, she was the one living here. There's only a deadbolt, and I don't know if that's or not. I didn't like push on the door or anything because there's the normal doorknob's missing. Where was he at when he was he hiding? Was he in the grass or the paved portion?
He's on the paved portion, like right by that yellow tarp thing. Looked like he's walking up there. So I was like, hey, where are you going?
But how's he gonna get in there? Like, if he doesn't want to answer that question, if he knows she's not home, how would he go there?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That makes sense.
Unless he's like in the 4th century, and I mean, I don't want to. I'm not gonna check the door. So it's pushing that. But yeah, it's hard to tell on that one.
At first, I was like, yeah, you're riding a bike with no light.
It's likely difficult to discern because no crime was committed, and even with 2 dim-witted minds combined, fabricating one was impossible.
What's that?
Duct tape.
Yeah.
Alright, have a seat.
Mistake. Made a mistake, bud.
Eventually, James was charged with obstructing. Details of the case remain unknown as court documents are not publicly accessible. However, due to the stop gaining traction on various social media platforms, a Lyon County representative issued a statement regarding the incident. They mentioned, Graham has a history of resisting and obstructing law enforcement and is suspected of various crimes committed in Fernley. Additionally, they stated, I have emphasized to my deputies in the community that the Lyon County Sheriff's Office will vigorously pursue those who prioritize a life of crime over our community's well-being. Essentially, they conveyed that it's their way or jail. Currently, no further developments have been disclosed, but it's hoped that James will take legal action against the police department for violating his rights. Do you believe the cops would receive lenient punishment if this case goes to court? Early in the morning, a rooming house in Lynn, Massachusetts, was thrown into chaos as police officers rushed in, resembling a group of disorganized geese. Jessica Wagle was caught in the middle of it all, her quiet night ruined by the sudden arrival of the police. As the officers insisted on cooperation, Jessica became increasingly confused, like a cat puzzled by quantum physics. Despite her claims of innocence, the police were relentless, much like a telemarketer at dinner time, demanding that she leave the premises.
Jessica. Can you back up away from me? First of all, back away from me. Step outside the door. There's no, you guys don't have.
Live here.
Okay, he's asked me to get out of the thing. I wasn't bothering anybody. Now there's all kinds of people.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, escort
now,
you
first
out
of all,
Jessica.
I didn't. Is that excuse me. I need to get. I didn't do anything wrong. So yeah. Can you give me?
Jessica, I'm not gonna give you another minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Would you give me
Let's go.
Can you give me some space?
No.
Why?
This man wants you out of his room.
All right.
You're causing a commotion.
Why are you speaking to me like that?
Because I've been here asking you to step out here and you haven't done it.
You know what?
This man doesn't want you in his room.
I have no problem.
Grab your shoe.
Okay, I'm not grabbing shoes, nothing, all right? Body camera, can you can you guys not stand in the doorway? I'm very nervous right now. Come on in. Can you not? Can you? All right, all right, get out of my way, please. Give me some space to get by.
As the situation escalated, the officers used force more typical of a wrestling match than a peaceful arrest, relying heavily on physical power. One officer suddenly twisted her arm, causing her to be thrown to the ground.
Out there. Okay. All right. And you can cuff me right here.
No, let's go.
Okay. All right. Don't twist
Let's
my arm.
step out.
All right. I don't need 2 officers.
Jessica.
I don't need 2 officers.
No,
I will step out.
Jessica.
Okay. All right.
Don't
Can I
make this
step
any
out?
harder.
Let me out, sir. Let me out, sir. Please
You're not
call
being
my friend.
compliant.
Arthur, please call me.
Step out. Step out. Walk. Walk. Walk.
You get a cup.
Arthur.
Jamie on your back.
Arthur
what?
Behind your back. Come on.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Arthur.
Jessica, clearly distraught, remained defiant. When she was finally subdued and handcuffed, the scene turned chaotic, resembling a slapstick comedy, complete with confusion, disarray, and a liberal use of pepper spray, making the whole situation disastrous.
Not me. Come on, relax.
You're gonna get sprayed.
Amid the chaos, one thing became obvious. These officers were not honoring their badges. Jessica felt beaten and bruised, both physically and emotionally. As things calmed down, doubts remained about the use of excessive force and the fine line between justice and injustice. It was truly disheartening to see an innocent woman mistreated by an officer who claimed to be there to help and enforce the law. On January 20th, 2021, a YouTuber auditor named Mass Accountability was practicing his right to film certain areas around Kohler County North when he was approached by some rather suspicious officers.
The gun on his hip. Excuse me? No, I didn't ask for help.
What's that?
I didn't ask for help. Are you a sheriff or something? Security? Are you guys testing the sewage to see the rates for the virus?
Rather than responding to the auditor, this security officer opted to ignore him, which speaks volumes, already categorizing the auditor as a threat. As expected, he promptly involved the sheriff. These officers seem unable to tolerate a civilian peacefully exercising their rights.
Well, I was actually going to leave, as usual, right when I make up my decision to leave. I'm telling you guys, if I don't get a reaction within 10 minutes, I get the hell out of there.
The auditor remained in place until the sheriff arrived. Hopefully, the higher authority is more knowledgeable about laws than their subordinates. If not, then concerns for the future of the country may indeed be warranted.
What'd you tell them? What'd you tell them? Why are they going to come? Someone's taking pictures? What'd you tell them? Don't you call the cops when somebody's breaking the law? I can't hear you. Looks like he was talking into his watch. Oh. I'm gonna wait till he's done talking on that.
While keeping an eye on the initial officer, the auditor noticed additional officers approaching the gates.
No masks on.
In 2021, with COVID-19 affecting the world, wearing a mask was akin to wearing a shield, not only safeguarding oneself, but also others. Yet, these officers were neglecting this vital practice, endangering countless innocent individuals. Ironically, in this day and age, a person simply holding a phone is often perceived as a threat.
I don't know if they really called or not, guys, because it's been a little bit. Let's see if I can get this guy's badge. We're past that, man. You called the sheriff on me. We are past that. You called the sheriff on me. You called the sheriff and told me to get out of here. We're past that being cordial.
But these officers weren't the only ones the auditor encountered that day.
Corporal McGilvery, LA County Sheriff's Office. How are you today?
Good. What was the last name?
Corporal McGilvery, LA County Sheriff's Office. How
Do you have a badge number?
It is 4015.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Just curious, do you need anything or is there any problems?
No, he came out and asked me. I asked him a question, and then he turned around and called you guys.
Okay.
So.
Are you on your way out then, or?
I'm going to be here as long as I need to be. Can I get your name and badge, please?
Sure.
Name and badge, then?
My name's right here.
I don't know how. Oh, your name's right here? Hi, officer, right here.
Pictures. How you doing, brother?
Officer, right here.
You have any identification on you?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay, well, we need to find out who you
No,
are.
you absolutely don't. I'm in public property taking pictures.
Right.
So you have no right to know who I am. Suspicion is not a crime.
You can't.
Suspicion is not a crime.
When you're out in front of
Suspicion is not a crime, sir.
Taking pictures?
Hey, you go talk to the two stripes over there. He didn't have a problem with it, so.
He's not done with you.
This next officer seemed to be all talk and no action. His approach was a clear display of authority, bordering on overstepping boundaries. According to the First Amendment, no citizen is obligated to provide their name to an officer without a valid reason.
You don't need to know who I am. You don't need to know who I am. And you need to stop lying to me. Yeah, you are being rude because you're lying to me.
Well, just hang tight.
Nah. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
I'm being detained?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
For what? What crime?
You are being
reasonable, articulate suspicion of what crime?
Sir, don't talk to me.
Of what crime? Of what crime? I know it.
However, he was swiftly corrected by another police officer.
Oh, sir, I know the laws.
Detained, so hang tight.
Sir, why am I being detained?
And if you keep walking away,
I'm going to the other officer, sir.
You don't need to walk towards him.
Sir,
to you.
why am I being detained?
You're not being detained, so you're
Ha, boom, ha.
We'll go now.
There you go. Ha, ha.
You're detained.
Do I not know my laws or what? Yeah.
Okay, take
okay,
care,
keep
sir.
it moving. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. How do you say your name, Mr. Right here? Can you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
Out here, just videotape and all that.
Could you, sir, could you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
My name.
Sir, could you please have him?
We're good to go.
Could you have him pronounce that for me?
Sir, it is whatever it is.
Sir, he told me his name was right here, and that's not how you spell right here.
However you would say his name.
Dickhead?
Okay. Do you have anything else you need from us?
Absolutely not.
Okay, have a wonderful
I need
day.
to point out these tyrants. That's exactly what I need to do.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, yourself.
Swearing is widely recognized as protected speech under freedom of expression. That reaction speaks volumes about being a sore loser.
Prick. Yeah, teach him the First Amendment, sir. Yeah, and it's perfectly legal. And you can't illegally detain me for that, sir. Learn. You learn your lesson today? Huh? Huh, officer, right here?
How you doing?
Did you learn your lesson?
Yep, me too.
Free education for you, sir. I do know the law better than you, idiot.
While mass accountability did indeed demonstrate the errors of these officers, it's reassuring to witness these individuals being held accountable for their actions. On June 3rd, 2022, a wild event unfolded. Elmira Police Chief Anthony Alvarez, dressed casually and driving an unmarked police car, came across Isaiah Ballman Thomas and another man arguing. He stepped in, pointing a weapon at Isaiah, alleging that Isaiah had threatened him.
Don't worry about it.
You want to fight me with this in your hand?
Never wanted to fight you that in my hand. Look at you talking about. Now you're harassing me. Now you're violating my rights.
Here, over this way.
Now you're violating my rights. Get me out of here. I ain't got no warrant, so where am I going? You cannot take me to jail because I didn't do nothing. Now what are y'all doing? So now, hold up. What am I being detained for? I don't have no warrants.
Just keys?
Yeah.
Right, just slide in.
I don't have no warrants. So what am I being detained
slide in.
for? What am I being detained for?
Threatened me with a knife. I don't know what else more to tell you. Hello, what's up? Really good? He was fighting with a guy on the other side of the street. Challenged each other. I pulled up, said, "You guys done?" He asked me if I wanted to fight. I said, "I want you to move along." Come on.
Clear-cut case, huh? Except the suspect's story didn't line up with one detail.
How's the children?
203. Because you had a knife coming at him, that's what he said.
No, I didn't. I never came over here. So it's all on camera since y'all said it was on camera, right? So let's run the footage back.
Then that's what your day in court is for.
Let's run the footage back. Since he said I drew my knife on him, I was talking to my partner, my mans, and he want to violate me. What are you talking about? I asked where my mans, where my bike is at. I have all right to do that. Just like I have all right to carry a knife. I'm not on parole. I'm not on probation. I don't have no warrants.
A witness recorded the entire incident, and when the officers requested her mobile phone, she refused. The two officers then harassed the witness and attempted to snatch the phone from her.
Get the out of here.
Miss?
Stop. Don't approach her.
Get out of my car.
We're not in your car. Back off or you're going to jail. We're not getting in your car.
You're not going to tell me to get away from my car.
Please back away from us.
Right. There's no reason to approach
Please
the
back
chief
away
like that.
from my
I have
car.
every right to look at cars. It's called V&T.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at your car then, all right?
You're not identifying yourself, so I'm going to use your vehicle.
You're not
as a-
identifying
as a
yourself
potential-
either. Neither one of you have identified.
Alvernaz, 4588.
Okay, cool.
So I am going to identify you. You are a potential witness.
Okay.
In a criminal matter, and
Okay.
now apparently you want to say that the police are abusing their power.
Whoa! Get out of here, man!
We don't need.
As if intimidation and harassment weren't bad enough, this guy even attempted to grab her phone, making you wonder why they're so eager to get hold of it, and they weren't finished yet.
You don't want
You
that,
don't-
Bev?
it's not this.
You
It's
are
not.
Going, you are going to give us, if this is your vehicle.
I have no problem giving you my name. That's not what
then
you all
do so.
started. That's not what
If
you.
you don't
even
want to
started.
give us the video, we will subpoena if we need to later. That
Go
is fine.
ahead.
And if you destroy it, it's evidence and it's a felony. So you cannot delete the video. I'm telling you that now. Is that being recorded?
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
So
my
is all
fault.
harassment.
Do not if you delete the video, you are destroying evidence, which is a felony in New York State. Okay?
Okay.
You filmed me taking my out
No,
and
I did
pointing it
not.
at him.
I did not
You've already
film
admitted it.
that.
You said you did.
I
You've
said
already
I've
did.
seen it with my eyes.
We'll
I
just put a
didn't record it.
And don't wave your
I
fist
didn't-
at me again.
I didn't.
You wave your fist at me again, I'm going to arrest you.
I didn't wave my fist at you.
Well,
Watch freaking. Yeah, I said this.
Instead of backing off, Tweedledum and Tweedledummer concocted schemes to obtain her information.
Give me your driver's license and your registration.
No,
because you
I
drove this car.
No, I.
You ain't. You're giving it to me because
Whoa,
you have to.
Whoa.
You don't have a choice but to identify
What did I?
yourself.
What
You
did
have
I
to
do?
identify yourself.
What did I do?
You drove a car. Can you let me see your driver's license
What
to
did-
make
what-
sure that
what-
you are a registered driver?
Okay.
You inserted yourself into the situation, man.
No.
We
no.
did nothing to you.
No.
That's fine. We had nothing to do with you until you inserted yourself and started filming. Okay? So now, guess what?
Listen, you need to lose the attitude because I was going to start being cooperative with you until you tell me to give me my
license,
give me my-
registration, insurance card, please.
No.
That's the police chief. Wow. And his team isn't any better. At this stage, he's really just exposing himself. They ended up having to release the woman, but not long after, Chief Anthony found himself in trouble with the city manager due to another issue. Anthony Alvarez still wouldn't admit he was wrong, and this time, he ended up getting fired. In July 2021, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes was filming at Bradley International Airport when State Trooper Lavoy approached him and asked for his identification.
You don't film the x-ray screens because that's all sensitive.
Okay.
And impede the operation, you're fine.
Yeah. No, I'm just an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
I think you're well within your rights. I think you know all of
Good morning. How are you, sir?
With the state police. How are you doing today?
How you doing, Trooper?
Good. I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Nothing. Just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, great. Do you have your ID on you?
I'm not going to provide you with my ID,
being
Trooper.
By a state trooper for your ID, you're going to have to provide this.
Connecticut, sir, is not a stop and ID state, and unless you have reasonable, articulable suspicion, I've
I'm
committed
about to do that. I'm not here to get a legal advice from you.
Yeah.
I'm asking legally an order from a state trooper to provide me your ID. You're causing alarm at the airport. Multiple people have come up to us asking what you're doing.
There's a TSA supervisor who just told me I was well within my rights.
Please?
Sir, let's
Put
see
your
it.
hands behind your back, please.
I'm going.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
The state trooper promptly detained Sean when he didn't provide identification, although Sean wasn't legally obligated to do so, as the officer lacked reasonable suspicion to request it. Shortly after, the officer also confiscated his phone and proceeded to handcuff him.
I'm not going to cause any alarm. I don't.
Last answer.
I don't have any. I'm not going to put any. I'm not. I don't even have any ID on me, sir.
That's going to be it.
Okay. I can give you my name and date of birth if you'd like. Do you have your body camera on, sir?
581.
Gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I have not broken any laws.
No one said that you did. You're not under arrest right now. You're being detained.
But why are you detaining
You're
me?
interfering with my investigation.
Sir, you need to have reasonable, articulable suspicion. That
I'm articulating that to you right now, that you're causing a disturbance at the airport.
But
yes, you are.
Gathering content. I'm an independent journalist, sir.
You need to stop trying to teach me
Why
legal.
are you shaking? I'm not going to hurt you.
You need to stop and listen to me. I'm trying to identify you because you're causing a disturbance at the airport. You refuse to provide me your ID. You're clearly
activity.
doing this on purpose.
I'm not.
So we're going to go through the books by this.
I'm gathering content for a story. I told everybody I'm an independent journalist. SEAN.
Yep.
PAUL. One word. Can I get your supervisor here, Lavoy? One. Under threat of arrest, I'm providing you that information.
It's not a threat. It's me telling you what has to happen.
Can I speak to your supervisor a little bit?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
The trooper seemed to be struggling to control his emotions, with his voice cracking and his hands shaking. In contrast, Sean remained composed and waited for a supervisor to arrive.
Not here to.
No, you can go back and you can do that with your supervisor. I'm here if you whatever you need me to do that you feel that you're going to arrest me over, I will comply with that.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
There was no need for you to be handcuffed. You made it this way. You put yourself
can you
in this
take the
situation.
handcuffs off of
Absolutely
me?
not until my backup arrives.
But why are you shaking? I'm not a threat
I'm not
to you,
shaking.
sir. I'm not a threat
You're
to
detained
you.
right now. You're my responsibility. If you fall over,
I'm not a threat
you're
to
my
you.
responsibility. You're saying that, but I don't know that. I don't know that you're not a threat to anything here at the airport.
Sir, the way the world works, you can't handcuff people because you don't know if they're a threat or not, sir. That's dangerous that you're acting like this, really. Sir, are you a supervisor, sir? I am not. Can I get a supervisor here? My rights are being violated.
We're working on that.
Why are they being violated? Because I'm in cuffs and I haven't broken any laws, sir. Sir? Sir, there is, as you know, an unlawful detainment. This is you know what that's going to happen, right?
Sean attempted to explain his perspective to the trooper, but the trooper remained unwilling to listen. Minutes ticked by as Sean stood handcuffed, waiting for a supervisor who seemed to be taking an eternity to arrive.
Problem is, you think you're above the law, and you think you're above.
Absolutely not.
You're above a citizen.
You see, now you're projecting your thoughts because I'm in uniform. So you assume because I'm in uniform.
I'm assuming because you put me in cuffs.
Yeah, you're detained. That's 100% right. For failure to comply.
An unlawful detainment. De-escalation. If you do a little bit of de-escalation, things might go a little bit better for you and anybody else.
You could have too.
All I did was tell you I want to invoke my right. Is
Absolutely.
this a supervisor? No. Come on, man. Can I get a supervisor here? He's gonna explain to you guys to release me immediately. I haven't broken any laws. This is insane. You can't. Just because you have trust issues, that doesn't mean you can put free citizens.
We have trust issues.
You can't put free citizens in handcuffs.
It's the nature of our job.
This is an unlawful detainment. And when the supervisor gets here, he's gonna let you guys both know that, and he's gonna tell you to release me.
We're gonna release you as soon as we're able to do that. I'm not keeping you detained just because I feel like I want to. You understand that, right?
I don't comply with unlawful orders, and that's just my right as a citizen to not comply with it. You might think it's a lawful order, but it's not. It's not. It's not.
After minutes of waiting, the supervisor finally arrived on the scene, and Sean recounted to him what had occurred, hoping for a swift resolution.
Sergeant Drummond. Yes. Sergeant Drummond, I would like to be released immediately from this unlawful detainment. I have not broken any laws. Your trooper did not have any reasonable articulable suspicion to identify me or in any way. I talked to supervisor from the TSA, Brett Kavanaugh. He told me that I have every right to film the security checkpoint. This is a public building. I'm an independent journalist. He's violating my First Amendment right of freedom of press. And like I said, I would like to be released from these handcuffs. Okay. And he turned off my phone. I would like to be released from these handcuffs immediately. I have not broken any laws, sir.
Okay. All right. Why were you videotaping? Just out of curiosity.
Same thing I told your trooper. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I'm not going to divulge until the story is published. And now I guess the story has changed to an unlawful detainment by your officer, by your trooper, sorry. And like I said, the longer I'm in here, the longer you guys are violating my rights. So I would, as a supervisor, I would advise you to do the right thing here, sir, and have me undetained.
The supervisor listened attentively to Sean and quickly made the correct decision, effectively de-escalating the situation. In contrast, Trooper Lavoie appeared furious when Sean was released without charges, indicating a potential need for a better understanding of the law. Sean didn't stop there. He proceeded to file a complaint against Trooper Lavoie. However, he encountered resistance from Sergeant Brian Fahey in doing so.
How you doing, Sergeant?
You're videotaping me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't want to talk to you then. If you want to videotape me, then if you want to talk to me like a man, we can chat.
But what about you guys wear body cameras here? What's the difference?
I don't have a body camera.
I understand that. Can I get your name, Sergeant?
Yeah, Brian Fahey.
Brian Fahey.
Yeah.
So there's a serious civil rights violation going on here. So as I was explaining to the other trooper, I'm a journalist, independent journalist working on a story. Okay. And I was gathering content for that story at the Bradley Airport. TSA became concerned about me filming. Okay. A supervisor came over. The first person who was concerned called the supervisor. Supervisor said, you have every right to film. It's not an issue. I know your rights. You know your rights. Continue what you're doing. One of your troopers out of Bradley Airport, Trooper...
How can I help you today with pistol permits? Can I help you today with pistol permits?
Why would I don't need help with pistol permits. I need help with a civil rights violation, as I just told you, sir.
But you can contact our internal affairs department. It's online, or there's a phone number.
Sergeant Fahey's demeanor was stern from the start, showing no inclination to offer Sean any favors. However, things were about to take a turn for the worse.
I'm a supervisor in charge of special licensing and firearms. So all these people that are in line in 529 dealers in the state of Connecticut, that's what we're dealing with. There's an outlet for you to make your complaint.
There's a civil rights violation.
But there's an outlet for you to make your complaint, and you can make that. We've given you it.
Why are you guys acting like this? I'm trying to make a serious civil rights.
What? I don't know what you... I can't help you with your complaint today. Yep.
Can you get me that address?
Sure. 294 North Colony Road.
294 North Colony Road.
Yep.
Building what again?
I think it's building 11. I'm not sure exactly. You're going to go... when you come into the complex, the forensic laboratory is going to be on your left. You're going to take a right. There's an island. It's the last building on the right.
And that's where they're located.
You have your outlet to make your complaint. We give you plenty of outlets to make your complaint.
Yeah.
And we've offered them all to you. You have the paperwork, right, to make your complaint?
Yeah, they just gave me the complaint.
Okay. Yeah, you can go right ahead. Go right ahead, sir.
But this is part of a thing that I'm going to fill this out, but I want to speak with somebody who can help me.
Okay, well then you can call IA, or you can go there, and if they have time to speak to you, they'll speak to you. But you have your outlet. You can go online and you can get the phone numbers.
Yeah.
You've given. We want to entertain your complaint through the proper channels. You want to make a complaint?
Yeah, which is through internal affairs.
Yep.
It's the proper channels.
Yep.
I will go speak to them personally.
Have a great day.
You too.
Nice talking to you.
The sergeant asserted that he couldn't address Sean's issue at the moment due to being extremely busy. However, he became increasingly agitated by Sean filming the area, and within moments, he completely lost his composure and did this.
You're all set here?
Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this point.
Okay, so you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be going.
Okay. So you're gonna stand here with your cell phone.
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work. Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're gonna have a problem between you and I.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera on.
I don't care.
Stop,
I don't care. Right? This is private property. Okay?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not going to videotape me and have an attitude with me.
I'll get off of it.
I'm going to tell you what right now, dude. I'm not the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you the information you needed, and I gave you your outlet. Right? You were giving your outlet. No, you wanted to stand there and hold your cell phone in my face. Is what you wanted to do. Yes, you do. Take your cell phone and go and make your complaint. Okay? Okay.
Can I grab my cell phone?
Stay right here.
I'll get it for you.
The sergeant made a significant error by forcibly removing Sean from the premises of the building and even causing his phone to drop in the process. Later, Internal Affairs asserted that Trooper Lavoie was acting within the law when he detained Sean, and the department also cleared Sergeant Fahey of any wrongdoing. However, Sean proceeded to file a lawsuit against the city, Trooper Lavoie, and Sergeant Fahey. The lawsuit is ongoing, and there's no update from Sean regarding its progress at this time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.